Onyx Spade here, and today I'm going to be introducing a new mini segment for my channel. I'm going to be calling this Gaming Versus. Gaming Versus is basically a segment where I'm going to take two games that are in the same category or could be remakes of the same games and compare them. See which one's really better. You'll understand an example in this video. Today I'm going to be doing a special request from a group member of mine in my group Neon, and his name is Mr. Rumble Roses, also known as John Rumble. I will also give a link in the description below to subscribe to his channel and check out his videos. In this video, he was talking about when I played the Duke Nukem 2013 mod. Basically, it was what Duke Nukem Forever was supposed to be versus the abomination that we got for 360, I believe PS3 and PC, which was Duke Nukem Forever. Now, in Gaming Versus, this is how it's going to go. We're going to take the different aspects of each game, compare them, and see which one really gets the true vote on which game is better. So, let's get started, shall we? Alright, Duke Nukem Forever is basically a game that took Lord knows how many years to actually be released. Originally, it was going to be a completely different game. Basically, Duke Nukem Forever was supposed to still have the same type of graphics and, I guess you could say, gaming style as the original Duke Nukem games like Duke Nukem 3D, Duke Nukem 64, you know, just stuff like that. Now, what we got, though, is a game where we really don't know the aspect of what kind of gameplay it really is. Is it a shooter? Is it us driving a truck? Is it watching Duke Nukem get his dick sucked? Who knows, okay? Now, when this game came out, I thought it was bearable, enduring. I didn't like it, though. I beat the game, but I didn't like it. And I was thinking to myself, you know, is this really what we were sitting here waiting for all this time? See, me, I'm a Duke Nukem guy to the core. You know, I used to play the Duke Nukem games, the two Duke Nukem games where his last name was spelled Nukum. And he didn't have the shades and whatnot, because those technically are counted as Duke Nukem games as well. And then I played Duke Nukem Time to Kill, Duke Nukem 3D, Duke Nukem 64. I mean, there was so many Duke Nukem games that I played back when I was a kid that I at one point believed that Duke Nukem was better than Doom and Wolfenstein and all that. But then I'd have to say about, I'd say a year ago or something like that, I came across a rumor of somebody making a Duke Nukem Forever game that was supposed to be a mod. Basically, it was going to be what Duke Nukem Forever was supposed to be. And I was like, wow, okay, let me think about this. You know, do I really want to play this? You know, because I grew out of, well, okay, Duke Nukem Forever completely messed up my Duke Nukem experience, okay? You know, I didn't know whether or not I should play this game or not, because you know, once in a blue moon, I'll play Duke Nukem 3D sometime, you know, it's fun. It's a fun game to play, you know, especially with his one-liners, you know, is, your face, your ass, what's the difference? Or, you know, I like to kick ass and chew bubble gum, but I'm all out of gum. Babes, bullets, bums. Boy, this is the life. Like Confucius say, die. You know, just Duke Nukem lines like that. You know, it was lines like that that just made it so much a bit more funner than Doom and stuff, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious. So let's go ahead and get started on gaming. What? First off, we're going to talk about the graphics of the games. So let's get started. Duke Nukem Forever versus Duke Nukem Forever 2013 mod. I'll do it just like that. Okay, so when it comes to Duke Nukem Forever, the one that we got out, the official release, the graphics were actually pretty good. It seemed more fluent type graphics, but I was very used to the nostalgic look of a Duke Nukem game and stuff. I mean, yeah, he got a nice golden gun and stuff, but I mean, to a new school player, the graphics were good. To an old school player, the graphics weren't a Duke Nukem game. So, to a regular player, we would have to give it to Duke Nukem Forever, the real one. But to nostalgic players like me, Killer Rodan, and Mr. Rumble Roses, I'd have to give the vote to the mod. Because just the simple feel of it. It feels like a Duke Nukem game. Versus what we originally got out. It was not a Duke Nukem game. It was not a Duke Nukem game. So, first point goes to mod. Next, the storyline. Now, there really isn't exactly a storyline for the Duke Nukem mod versus there is a storyline for Duke Nukem Forever, the one that we originally got. However, everyone should know that back in the day of the Duke Nukem franchise, we really didn't need a storyline. We needed one mission and one mission only. Go kill aliens. They keep stealing your girls. Kill the aliens. Kill the aliens. Kill the aliens. That is a Duke Nukem game. This, however, was like, you know, the one we got actually added a little bit more of an atmosphere, added some actual storyline to it. Now, to a regular player, I'd have to give it to the one that came out officially. But to actual Duke Nukem players, we'd have to give it to the mod. So, in my case, storyline-wise, okay, because it's a storyline, I'll give it to the original, the one that we got out, just because it is a story. I want to be fair, but at the same time, I want to stick to my roots. Yes, the Duke Nukem mod didn't really have a storyline. This one did, so I'm going to have to be fair, and I'd have to give it to the one that we got out. But here's the part that we're going to really love. Which one actually had a seeable objective? Okay. Duke Nukem Forever. You had the storyline. What kind of game is it? What kind of game is Duke Nukem Forever, the one that we got for the consoles? Is it a shooting game? I guess. Is it a driving game? I guess. Is it a game that has mini games on it? I guess. That's like 3 different types of gaming styles on that one whole Duke Nukem. What did we have for the mod? We actually had a Duke Nukem based playing style. What kind of game is the mod? Well, let's see. Objective wise, go kill aliens. You already know what this point's going to. You know what the objective is for the Duke Nukem Forever we got for the consoles, but what kind of game really is it? So that kind of puts it in the clouds a little bit on what exactly type of game it is. Versus the mod, where we already know what the hell to do. Kill the aliens. So, next point's going to have to go to the mod. Cha-ching! Now, utilities. Duke Nukem Forever had many different types of utilities. They had the golden gun, they had the shotgun, they had the RPG, they had the Devastators. They even had, his truck. But there was one specific thing that the original trailers were going to give us that we never got in the Duke Nukem Forever original release. The damsel. The damsel is actually Duke Nukem's chopper, his motorcycle. Did we really get that in the release that we got officially? No. What did we get on the mod? We got his original handgun. We got some shotguns up in here. We got an RPG. We had a couple additional stuffs. But the main thing that I was happy about was they brought in Duke's damsel, the motorcycle. Yes. So utilities wise, to a regular player, they would like the original release. For nostalgic Duke Nukem players that actually know what a Duke Nukem game is, this point is going to the mod. Controls of the game. Okay? Duke Nukem Forever's controls were kind of shaky to me. True, I played it on my Xbox 360. I got my Xbox 360 right there with all my other stuff. Okay? So, when it comes to the controls, okay, let me see. Well, I couldn't really grasp the controls. I really couldn't. No matter how much I tried to grasp how to jump and shoot and stuff, I was already being shot by aliens. I was already being shot by those aliens. They were just a little shaky. They were stubby. Now, when I rigged my Xbox 360 Rock Candy controller, so I could use my 360 controller to play the Duke Nukem mod, I felt like I was playing an actual Duke Nukem game. I was like screaming, "Ooh, yeah!" and stuff like that. I was loving it, especially when you had to ride the donkey in the last level of the main part of the game. You were riding the donkey and everything. Yeah, it did seem kind of corny, but hey, it was kind of funny, seeing Duke Nukem ride a donkey. That is hilarious, okay? But here's the thing, is, control screens wise, here's where it comes out again. To a regular player, we would give it to Duke Nukem Forever, the original release. But to a nostalgic game player, and which this point's going to go to, I'd have to give it to the mod. Now, here's the main question though. Because I'm giving all these points to the mod, basically, what's so bad about Duke Nukem Forever, the original release? It was different gameplay styles, and they should have stuck to just one. They could have added a second one as long as it didn't portray past the main game style. The original release, however, had 3 or more different types of game styles in it, and they became main focuses. I didn't like that. They could have at least kept like 95% of the main gameplay one main style and make the other 5% a side style. In this case, in the mod, we mostly had the shooter style, and we had the motorcycle. That's it. There was a whole level that was the truck. Need I say more? And so many shrinkings. That kept getting on my nerves too in the original release. I don't want to keep shrinking. I want to stay main Duke, you know? And okay, here's the thing is I felt as if Duke was living in his old image in the old game. Okay, in this game, the Duke Nukem Forever original release. It didn't feel like a Duke Nukem game because I felt that we were playing as a broken man that was trying to live just like his original image. You know, there was so many pictures in the hallways of Duke Nukem. You know, there was a museum based off of Duke Nukem. You know, there was people that were wanting to be like Duke Nukem. It was mostly just a lot of Easter eggs and showing us that Duke is old. I felt as if Duke Nukem Forever, the original release, was like trying to make that game bad. As if people were like, oh, you know, nothing's going to be worse than Duke Nukem Forever. Who would ever want to play a game like Duke Nukem Forever? It's like new school players would play this game and think, oh man, why did people like Duke Nukem? You know? So, that's why I don't like the original release. It made me feel as if I was playing as a broken man trying to still live in his past. Versus the mod, where it was as if years have not gone by. At least they still had the lady killer, okay? They still had the gambling place that he would go to. You know, they had a lot of stuff that was still in the original games. You know, now you can call me a hater because I don't like the original game. But the mod brought out what the game was supposed to be. Another continued journey with Duke Nukem. So, which game truly is better? The original release or the mod? Well, I'd have to give it to the mod and everything. Now, hopefully when I do this episode here, you know, maybe Mr. Rumble Roses will do his own version of this episode and talk about which game he believed was the best. But this is the first episode of Gaming Versus. And there will be episodes in the future, but like I said, this is just a mini segment. It'll have its own playlist, but it's just a little mini segment. There's not going to be a lot of episodes of this. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed. You know, please look in the description below and subscribe to Mr. Rumble Roses. And check out a lot of his really good videos. You know, I support a lot of the videos that he does. And he comes up with a lot of really good stuff. So, this is Onyx Spade, leader of the Neon. Neon is the new, Neon is the true, and Neon uploads for you, and thank you for watching. And as always, to all my subscribers, I will see you later. Bye-bye now.